hit sharply up the middle. That's a base hit into center field. It's an RBI single for Noah Miller. That one's rolled to short, could be two. Miller fields, goes to second. Perez the turn, double play. Here comes Miller, and he will score.
All right, Noah Miller on camera.
How we doing?
Good. How's the first year in pro ball going?
It's good. You know, it's a long season in the Florida State League, getting used to the weather and everything, but it's a good first year experience.
Have you ever seen so much rain?
I've not.
Tell me about the ins and outs of your offensive adjustments this year. What do you think you've had to work on the most, and what still needs improvement?
Just consistently hitting the ball hard. That's probably the biggest thing. I mean, something I've done well is kind of control the zone and, you know, still get my walks. I mean, I'm pretty high up there in walks, and like my on-base percentage is pretty good because I walk a lot, but just hitting the ball harder, hitting the ball for a little bit more power has probably been the biggest adjustment or biggest flaw that I've, you know, had to work through this year, and gonna keep working on and bring that into the off season.
So Fredonia, Wisconsin, tell me about it.
It's a town of 2,183 people, I think. I went to a high school with like 200 people in it, wearing double layers of sleeves. Like you got your long johns on underneath your pants and your socks. But other than that, I mean, it's just, you know, you get to go out there and have fun and play baseball, so can't complain.
Have you taken grounders in the snow before?
Not in the snow, but with snow, like we had to push snow off the field before.
How do you embrace winter up there?
We did some ice fishing this year. A lot of not skiing, but like tubing, like in the snow, like down some hills. Like that's always a good time. Hunting, we hunt up there, so like deer hunting is always fun for us. And you know, we go up north. We have a cabin like middle of Wisconsin, so that's always fun. But yeah, ice fishing, I got into that pretty big this off season. It was a good time.
So culturally, when you end up in Minnesota, do you feel like you'll fit right in?
Oh, 100%. I've heard it's the exact same thing as Wisconsin.
Your brother Owen Miller's with the Cleveland Guardians, drafted by the Padres and then traded. How has his experience in the big leagues helped you out?
It's been huge. I mean, he's getting the best exposure to the game there is, and everything that he's learning, you know, all of the best coaches, all the best players that he's been around, he's telling me all about it. You know, he's playing with Jose Ramirez, who, I mean, he's second in RBIs. He's doing really well this year. And, you know, everything that he does, you know, all their routines, you know, he's telling me how to do that and how to, like, incorporate that into my game, and it's definitely been a huge help for me.
Backyard games, like what did you guys do? Did you have a basement to play in? What was like the pickup game of choice, and like how did that help you as an athlete?
So honestly, pickup basketball and tennis ball, baseball in the winter in the basement, and then wiffle ball with our cousins in the backyard. We kind of have like a perfect backyard setup with a porch on our house. So that was like our home run, and like we have a big trampoline, and that was our backstop. So, you know, and we duct tape our wiffle balls so they kind of go farther. You can hit it over the house a couple times, and I mean, that was kind of our thing. It'd always get really competitive. You know, someone would throw at one of them, and you know, we'd start a little fight. So we'd get in some fights, but it was always good competition.
You told me about being alone in the basement throwing a lacrosse ball around. How do you think that's helped you as an infielder?
Racquetball. I think it was big. I mean, from a young age, I was always like, I probably had 25 feet of room with like 15 feet of like carpet to throw against, and I mean, every time, just field it, throw it back. I mean, I also set up a little box that I had to, you know, always throw into just to be accurate, and I don't know, it was big for my development, just always doing that, being down there I mean, I'd come home from school, I'd be down there for an hour and a half, 2 hours every single day, just, you know, throwing the ball, going diving for it, you know, turning double plays by myself, being able to throw from anywhere, being able to throw on the run, any arm angle, just always being adjustable in the field.
Would you count? Would you mimic games, make up situations?
I would make up situations. That was like my biggest thing. Like I'd make up two different teams and they'd play each other, and I would always be making, you know, cool plays, and I'd be hitting by myself, and I mean, it was just, you know, I had to do what I had to do, so.
I did the same thing. What age range would you say that was?
Probably like 5, 6 to like 14, like it was a solid like 8 years that I was doing that.
How did that wall hold up?
Oh, it was a big brick wall. It was fine. Yeah.